Thank you so much for joining us here at 4:30. I'm Craig McKee. We are tracking some breaking news right now as we stay on top of the urgent search for Nancy Guthrie, mother of Today's Show host Savannah Guthrie. Fort Hatchet is live again near Nancy Guthrie's home, where we're seeing a heavy law enforcement presence. What can you tell us? Give us the latest here, Ford.
Hey, Craig, it was just in the minutes after we last spoke to you at the top of the hour. We saw this reinforced law enforcement presence here after we were told that the Sheriff's Department was done with this scene. They are now here again. The Sheriff's Department showing up, but also of note here, we're seeing more agents from the FBI, a lot of them with FBI Phoenix on their shirts, and we're also seeing folks here from the Border Patrol. We saw some CBP officials bringing in a dog. You see some of them are now walking out. They've just put crime tape up. This is the very first time since we arrived here earlier. And we're just going to move here real quick so we're not in the evidence photos here as the FBI is doing their work on this scene. And we're just giving you a look here as we continue to move around just a little bit. As we mentioned, it's the Sheriff's Department here, and then the FBI, Phoenix, and Border Patrol here on the scene as well. Again, this is the first time we have seen crime scene here since Nancy Guthrie went missing and was reported missing on Sunday morning. It's now around the property. This is the first time really today we've seen the Sheriff's Department back at this scene. Yesterday we asked the Sheriff if this scene had been fully processed. He said they felt it had, and they had turned it back over to the Guthrie family, though the Sheriff's Department told us earlier today that this is still an active investigation, so you may still see some activity in this area. This is definitely the most activity we've seen at this property since at least Monday. And Craig, we don't know exactly what prompted this, or if there's any new developments, or if this is just some reinforcement and trying to cover their tracks. Hey, we are just trying to figure all of that out right now, and there are lots of questions here that we're continuing to ask. Right.
And Ford, you know, during that news conference yesterday with the sheriff had said that, to your point, that they were done with it, but if something did pop up, if they needed to go back to the home, that they would reach back out to the family and say, we need to come back. There's some piece of evidence that's popped up or something we need to re-examine. He did mention that this was a possibility, but clearly this kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Well, and one of the things we should mention, Craig, is that ABC News is now reporting that the FBI is sending additional agents here to Pima County, agents and experts, to try to reinforce some of this work that's being done on the ground. We know the Pima County Sheriff's Department says they have more than 100 detectives working this case from many different organizations and units within their department, and so hopefully those reinforcements from the FBI, and we don't know if these folks from the FBI are part of those reinforcements or not, but they're hoping those reinforcements can help maybe spark a lead that they've so far not been able to find that would give them, you know, an idea of a person of interest or a suspect in this case.
Yeah, and I spoke in length today, in fact, to former FBI Special Agent Brad Garrett, also an ABC contributor as well, about that component of this, about how the FBI supplies the resources, how big of a difference it could make in a case like this, not only a high-profile case like this, but any case. And he really spoke to that point, Brad did, about the technology that the FBI brings, aside from manpower and resources from that standpoint, and the history of investigations, the technology component of this, being able to process things much differently than county or state level investigators as well. Ford?
Well, and Craig, if I may add, too, with that technology component, many of that goes into organizing how they handle all of these tips that have come in. We told you at 4 o'clock about the hundreds of tips that have come in just to the Pima County Attorney's Office, many more into the FBI and the Sheriff's Department. And so managing those tips and coordinating it to make sure that they're all on the same page and none of these tips are falling through the cracks. And if the FBI gets a tip that may line up with something the County Attorney's Office got a tip on, that they're all on the same page. So hopefully that technology and just the extra manpower can help kind of manage this caseload that, again, with a high-profile case like this, they're getting hundreds of tips each and every day, and some of those you can throw out right away and you can tell they're a little outlandish and maybe have no pertinence to this investigation, but the rest of them, if there's any shred of doubt that it may be involved or accurate here, they have to do the due diligence and do that due diligence and check on each and every one of those tips.
Absolutely, and we're seeing a canine unit here, of course, who just came around the other side of the property there. It's unclear, obviously, Ford, at this point, what that particular dog is trained in searching out, if that's blood or money or drugs or whatever. I mean, we know canine units can be trained on so many different levels from a search standpoint. What kind of activity did you see with the dog aside from what we just saw there?
Well, and Craig, I'll tell you, and I believe this is the same dog you're looking at that we saw a little bit earlier. I'm at a little different vantage point right now than Danny, our photojournalist, is. But if it is the same canine we saw earlier, it came in, it was brought in by CBP officials, so it was Border Patrol officials, and so they have more experience, at least in this case and in this region of the state, with some search capabilities, right? Those dogs are used often when searching, rugged terrain and rural terrain. This is not that. This is a neighborhood here in Tucson, but knowing this area and knowing, how the searches work, that could be what that canine's used for. Again, I'm just speculating at this point because it was Border Patrol that we saw bring that dog in, so I don't know that for a fact, but we are continuing just to see some gathering here, and there are more and more law enforcement officials arriving at the scene here. There have been a few more that have arrived just since we got here, and you see here, this is that Border Patrol canine that we were talking to you earlier that is now leaving the scene and going back to the car over here we just saw park, and they're going under that police tape, which again is the first time we have seen police tape and crime scene tape set up at this home.
Yeah, so clearly they do want to continue to protect the scene. Unclear what happened at that property. Obviously, since they took that crime scene down, there has been a gap of time here where technically it was back open to the general public, and we see some of the tape coming down there just probably so they can move their vehicle and move on. But again, more law enforcement activity here back at Nancy Guthrie's home. It's unclear if we've seen any family members come back into town, any activity like it today. Ford, have you seen anybody going in and out of that property at all, aside from law enforcement? Not as much today. We saw a water truck here a little bit earlier, and there were some folks standing around the house, but we haven't seen a ton of activity until just about 20 minutes ago when this law enforcement presence showed up again. And as you mentioned, there was no tape up. The deputies leaving here about 6 o'clock Monday evening, and from there, pretty much anybody could walk up if they wanted to. We saw an Amazon driver come up and drop off a package at the front door. It was not particularly a protected crime scene at that point. And again, the sheriff yesterday telling us they had turned it back over to the Guthrie family. They said they'd be back here if they needed to be. And clearly, someone, either be the FBI or the sheriff, feels that they do need to be back here, and that's why we see this tape going up now. All right, well, Ford Hatchett live down there in Tucson. Ford, we're going to let you get to work, take a look at more what's taking place there, and he's going to bring us the very latest coming up, of course, at 5 o'clock. And we will have complete coverage on abc15.com as well. Download our mobile app to get the latest push alerts tied to this ongoing investigation as well. Ford Hatchett down there live in Tucson for us. Ford, thank you.